Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are going to understand a very interesting concept of symmetric and the asymmetric encryption. So, like when we do the encryption, right? So, how do we do the encryption? What are the number of keys, etc. that we, or what is the method that we use, right? So, fundamentally, there are two approaches that we use. So, one is the symmetric encryption, and the other one is asymmetric. When we say symmetric, it's basically you have only one key. So, that one key is basically shared between the uh, source and the destination. Okay, so that same key is being used to encrypt and decrypt. Just keep that thing in mind. So the same key is being used basically to do the encryption as well as to the decryption. So this is symmetric encryption. The problem with symmetric encryption is that if your secret key is accessed by someone, okay, then it is possible that person can read your encrypted data as well. So this is the problem with the symmetric encryption, but the advantage is that it is very fast because it is like only single secret key, as you can see, and it is good for data, but you should share the secret key very securely. So that's the symmetric encryption. And some of the common algorithms is advanced encryption standard, data encryption standard, triple DES, Blowfish, CHA-20. So these kind of things, and use cases or examples are securing data in databases. So this is encryption at rest, etc. Then disk encryption. So all these things use symmetric encryption. So symmetric encryption, single key. Just keep that thing in mind. Now coming back to the other part, which is asymmetric encryption. So in asymmetric encryption, why it is asymmetric? Because there are two keys. Now which are those two keys? So one is public key and one is the private key. What happens with the public key? Using the public key, you can do the encryption. Okay, keep that thing in mind. So how do you encrypt the plain text? Using the public key. So public key is available to anyone. Okay, so public key is available. I can take that public key, I can do the encryption, and then I can send it. But who would be able to decrypt it? The server or etc., or you could say person who has the private key. So here there are two keys. So using the private key only, that particular ciphertext can be deciphered or it could be decrypted. So here in the asymmetric encryption there are two keys: public key for encryption and private key for decryption. So that's the difference with the if you compare with the symmetric encryption. Symmetric encryption, there was only one. And if you look at the real world analogy, you have this mailbox, right? Or post office boxes, right? Where we put the letters. So anyone can put the letters, right? But then who can open that particular box? Only that postmaster or someone who has that access to that particular post box. So that is the private key. So where it is being highly used is basically when you are sharing the secret keys, your symmetric secret keys. So what you would do is you would do the encryption using the public key, and then the secret key can be only opened using the private key. So this is where it is being used. And what are the various algorithms? Obviously, it is RSA, reverse Shamir Edelman, Diffie-Hellman, key exchange, DSA, digital signature algorithms. All these use basically asymmetric encryption. There are two keys here. And in your HTTPS and TLS SSL certificates also, when you download those certificates or when you get that certificate, right? When you use the HTTPS connection, so in those certificates there is public key, and using those public key only you are able to encrypt the data and send it to the server. So that's how your symmetric and asymmetric encryption works. Hopefully this will help you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.